Morning, friends. Today is Monday, the 13th of October, and we are doing yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get started. Today, we're going to start in our easy pose. So I'll invite you to just settle down onto your mat. Make sure that your sit bones are there. Make sure that your weight is equally distributed on both. I recommend crisscross applesauce here, but whatever pose is comfortable for you, you could do that now. If you prefer butterfly, go ahead and do that now. So sit up nice and tall, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And let's do that for a few times here. Stack your shoulders over top of your hips. Center your chest over top of your hips and make sure that your chin is nice and back. You're reaching up nice and tall to the ceiling of the room. Let's take a deep breath in here and deep breath out. Let's do that for a few more breaths. And let's add the arms. Big inhale in and exhale down. Big exhale in and exhale down. One more time. Big inhale and exhale down. Let's bring our left arm only up on our nice big inhale. Reach for the ceiling and bring that right shoulder down toward the ground a little bit as you lean over. Brace with your right hand if you need to. And let's stretch that left side. Inhale up, exhale, switch. Inhale up, exhale, lean over, stretch the other side. And as you alternate between the two here, just take a mental scan, see how you're coming to your mat today. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, nice and tall, exhale. And last side, inhale, nice and tall, exhale over. And back to a seated posture. Arms are down at our sides or on your knees as you wish. Sit up nice and tall, and on your exhale, open your shoulders to the right. If you want to put your left hand on your left knee, bring your right hand down to the mat. Big inhale. This is just a gentle stretch. We're just at the beginning of our session today. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale over to the left. Just open your shoulders. Doesn't have to be a long, tight end of reach stretch. Just something to feel good here. And back to the center. Let's sit up nice and tall one more time. Make sure your weight is on those sit bones. Nice and tall and hinge forward at the waist. Look at the room in front of you. Try to keep your back from arching or rounding here. Nice straight spine, hinged at the hips. Big inhale. Big exhale here. Big inhale. Big exhale here. And go ahead and come back to center. Let's do our pendulum swings now. We're just circling around, circling over our hips rather. Over our hips and back to center. Let's go the other way. Circling our shoulders over tops of our hips. The hinge is happening at our hips, and the rest of our spine is staying nice and long, nice and straight, or neutral rather. Neutral. And back to center. Let's do a few seated cat and cows here. On your cat, you can round your back, press your back to the back of the room, the back of your mat. Look at your tummy, look at your ankles. And on your exhale, press your chest forward. Look slightly up at the corner of the ceiling. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. And let's cycle through cat and cow here. Remember to sync your breath. And let's sit up nice and tall, nice and tall. Inhale. On your exhale, open your shoulders to the right. Place your left hand on your left knee. Hinge at the hips and bring your shoulders over top of your right thigh. Exhale and inhale, come up. Exhale, lean over towards the right. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forward over your right hip. And come back up. Turn around to the center. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Come forward. And back to neutral. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Nice and forward. And come back up to neutral. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, rotate your shoulders, open to the left, and hinge over at the hip. Shoulders towards the ground. Nice and long. Keep both of your hips on the ground. This might be a tiny, tiny movement for you, and that's okay. We're stretching out our hips here. And back up to center. Let's rotate all the way around a couple more times. And back to center. Now, let's transition to our tabletop here. Everybody's familiar with that. We're basically going to be on all fours. Bring your hands down to the mat. Wrists stay underneath of your shoulders. Knees stay underneath of your hips. Your spine is nice and neutral. It's not arched and it's not down. And in order to find neutral posture, we can cycle through some cat and cows here. And as you're here, coming through your cat and cow, call to mind a problem that's been weighing on you. And just set that to the side for a second. Just put that down next to your mat. and breathe through your tabletop. Maybe you come back to neutral. Bring your right hip towards your right shoulder. Look right. Alternate. Bring your left hip towards your left shoulder. Alternate. Back and forth. This time, when you come back to neutral, let's do big barrel rolls with our chest, basically creating a circle with our rib cage, like we're jumping through a circle. And back to center. Let's bring our knees to either side of the mat. Bring your toes together. Set your hips back onto your ankles. Bring your arms nice and long in front of you into a child's pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. One more time. Now I invite you to curl your toes under, lift those hips off the mat, come into your downward dog. Pedal your feet to back and forth here. And when you're ready, walk your feet up to your hands. Stand here in a nice forward fold and enjoy the bend. Release your head to the floor. Release your neck to the floor. Maybe you grab your elbows. Maybe your knees alternate, bend and straighten. Big inhale here. On your exhale, place your palms on your shins. Lengthen that back, straighten that back. Reach the top of your head to the front of the room. Big inhale. On your exhale, send those hips down, bend those knees, send your shoulders up, and come up into your Tadasana here. Tadasana. Okay, friends. Let's start in our Tadasana in this phase of our workout. We're going to move into our tree pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand nice and tall. Feet are shoulder width apart. Knees, hips, shoulders are stacked on top of our ankles. Our rib cage and our chin are centered and tucked where they need to be. Shoulders come back and down, away from those ears, palms open towards the front of the room. And we're just going to sway side to side, moving our hips and our shoulders as one. Really, the only hinging is happening in our ankles as we go side to side here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now let's come back to center. And we're going to rock forward and backward on our ankles this time. We just did side to side. This time we're coming forward and back. It might be really tiny movements, and that's okay. We're not recreating Michael Jackson's Big Lean in his music video. We're just coming forward and backward, warming up our ankles. And if you want to switch back to side, you could do that here. Let's meet in the center. Now let's shake out one leg, shake out the other. Stand on one leg, grab that ankle, the other ankle behind you. Keep your knee pointing to the floor. Stretch that quad just a tiny bit. And release. Let's do the other. Get a big stretch here. Okay, wiggle it out. Let's come into our tree here. Check our time. Come into our tree. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders are stacked. Palms are facing forward. Shoulders are back and down. Slide your weight over to your left foot. Bring your right foot inside the arch of your left foot. And you can stay right here in your tree. Big inhale on your exhale. If you'd like to move your foot to your shin or to your inner thigh, as you wish. You can come in and out of your tree. Just avoid putting your foot on your knee. You want to be below or above. Let's stay here for a minute. I'm going to read our meditation for today. I lift my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. And you can shake it out. Come down from that side. Back in our Tadasana here. Straight, stacked, centered, and tucked. Reaching our top of our head high to the ceiling. Shift your weight over your right foot. Bring that ankle into your left ankle into your right ankle. Check the alignment of your hips here. We want to be nice and parallel to the floor. Same with our shoulders. Nice and parallel to the floor. Scapula are back and down away from our ears. Big inhale. And on your exhale, if you'd like to move your foot up, I invite you to do so now. Keep that left hip nice and high while we're standing on our right leg. Nice. Go ahead and shake it out. Shake it out. Roll those shoulders back and down. You did it. Congratulations, you did your tree. We're going to meet at the top of our mat now. We're going to go through our Surya Namaskar A. If you're familiar with Surya Namaskar, I invite you to do your preference of flow A or B if you usually make any modifications. I'm going to do A. We're going to stand here again in our Tadasana. Big inhale, arms come up. Press your hips slightly on the exhale. Open your armpits to the top of the ceiling. And inhale, fall down into your forward fold here. Wiggle it out. Hands come to your shins. Press your shoulders up into somewhat of a tabletop here. Spine is nice and straight. We're looking at the floor. Neck is not arched here. Neck is nice and neutral. The top of our head is reaching forward to the room above. Big inhale here. On your exhale, place your hands on either side of your feet. Step back into your plank. Let's enjoy this plank here for a minute. Rock forward and back. If you want to shift your feet to the right, to the left, you can do that here. Chaturanga, if you have that available to you, I invite you to do so now. I'm going to demonstrate bringing my knees to the floor. Coming all the way down, big inhale. Exhale, press your shoulders off the mat into a baby cobra. Inhale, on your exhale, come down. Press your hips nice and tall off the mat into your downward dog. Rest here for a minute, pedal your feet. Walk or jump your feet up to the top of your mat. Hang here in your forward fold. Knees bend, hips come down, spine is straight, shoulders come up into your Tadasana again. Roll your shoulders, shake your feet out. We're going to go through that 2 times at our own pace. I invite you to join me at my pace or take it at your pace, either one. We're going to meet in child's pose after 2 revolutions. Ready? Big inhale. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, dive down. Rest here and forward fold just for a beat. Hands find your shins. Press up. Nice straight spine, hinged at the hips. Neck is neutral. Head is reaching forward towards the room. Big inhale, exhale. Hands on either side of your feet. Step back into your plank. Rest here in your plank for just 1 minute. Make sure that your hips are between your shoulders and your knees in a nice straight line. Big inhale, chaturanga if that's available. Otherwise, come on down. Press up into your baby cobra. And now press back into your downward dog. Sync your breath with the movements here. Walk back to the top of the mat. Straight spine, bent knees, hips come down. Shoulders come up. Nicely done, friends. Shake it out. One more time through. We'll start in our Tadasana. Weight is equally on both feet, shoulder width apart. Joints are stacked. Rib cage is centered. Chin is nice and tucked. Shoulders are back and down. Big inhale up. Exhale, tighten your tummy. Lean forward into your forward bend. Hands find your chin up into a nice shape of an L. Reaching that head, spine is neutral, neck is neutral. Big inhale, hands find the mat, feet find your plank. Big inhale, chaturanga or lower down slightly, slowly. Inhale into your baby cobra and exhale into your downward dog. Rest here for a beat in your downward dog. And walk or jump your feet forward. Nice forward bend, knees are bent, hips are hinged, hips come down, shoulders come up. Make sure and guard your back there. Okay, nicely done. Stretch it out. And I said we were going to end in child's pose, and I brought us right back up. So let's go through that one more time to end in child's pose. Big breath up. Back into your plank. Lower softly. Find your baby cobra. And here we go. Press back into your child's pose. Knees find the edge of the mat, hips come back, toes together, hands reach forward. And in this pose, I invite you to turn your palms toward the ceiling as you ask for help from the Lord for the problem that we sit next to our mat. Come back up into your tabletop. Bring those hips down to the floor. Come back into your easy pose. Big inhale, big exhale. Bring your feet in front of you. One leg is long, one leg, your ankle is on top of your knee. Here in a figure four, rub those thumbs down the bottom of your foot. Circle under those, the ball of your toes. Circle those toes, circle that ankle. Pinch down the outside of your arch. Pinch that heel. And let's swap. Other foot. Rub down those arches. Circle on the ball of that foot. Circle those toes. Circle that ankle. Pinch down the outside of that foot. Pinch that heel. Now let's come to butterfly, friends. Soles of the feet come together. Your feet could be close to your body or far away from your body. Does not matter. The only thing that matters here is our weight is equally on our sit bones and we have enough latitude in our hips so that we can sit up nice and tall here. If you're unable to sit up nice and tall, move those feet further away from your body until you can. Nice and tall here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. I invite you to put the soles of your feet on the floor. Lean back onto your back. Hug those knees together. And while you're laying on your back, roll your knees side to side. Get a little bit of a massage going on your back. It feels wonderful. Good way to start the week. And when you're ready, straighten those feet out, long on the mat. Go ahead and lay back. Release your shoulders, your head to the floor. Maybe your feet fall open towards the side. Let your hands and your arms rest on the floor. Release the tension in your neck. Soften your gaze, deepen your breath. Big inhale in, big exhale out. As we take a minute here and listen to what the Lord says about our problem. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your ankles and your feet. Wiggle your elbows and your knees. Roll over into a fetal position on one side. Rest here for a beat. And when you're ready, use the palm of your top hand to press up off the mat. Come to a seated position. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, hands come to heart center. May the light of the living God bless you and keep you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope it's been a great start to your week. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks, friends.